guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and today I am actually going to be participating in Top 5 Wednesday. I've wanted to do this for quite a while, so I figured why not start. I needed something to film, and so this is what I came up with. This was created by Lainey over at Ginger Reads Lainey, and also Sam over at Of Tomes. She took over for Lainey, so she now is the moderator for it. And there is a Goodreads group that you can join, and then it'll give you a list every month of the topics. So today's Top 5 Wednesday is the top 5 books that I want to reread. So here are the books that I want to reread. Of course, there's only 4 here. And the first book I actually don't have a copy of, so I'll have to insert it over here or over here. And if you haven't noticed, this is my new filming location. This is my new shelf, and here's all of my, the things that I'm currently reading or want to read. There's some of my favorites back here, and yeah, so, and this shelf looks a little bare here, but this is my records, because I do have a record player, so I have to put the rest of them in there. It's a work in progress. But anyway, so, let's talk about the top 5 books that I want to reread. So the first book is actually called A Number in the Stars by Lois Lowry, and I will put a picture right here. So this book I read in middle school. I think I read when I was in 6th grade, and it really got me back into reading. I read it for my 6th grade English class, and I remember it being about a boy who had a Star of David necklace, I believe. I can see the cover vividly, but I can't really remember what it was about. But I just remember that I loved this book when I was younger, and I would like to reread it as an adult just to see what I think about it now, and because I can't really remember what happened, but I do remember that I really enjoyed it. The fourth book that I would like to reread is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This is the first book in the Throne of Glass series, and this is one of the first books that I ever bought because of BookTube, which was a while now. It's been 3 or 4 years since I've been watching BookTube videos, so I don't know why it took me so long to create my channel, but so this, I mean, everybody knows what this is, or else they should. It follows Selena, who is an assassin, and she competes in a competition to become the king's assassin, and then there's some magical realism in here, some fae stuff in here, and I just love it. There's a love triangle in here. At least I've only read the first 2 books, so I have, you can't see them, they're down here. I have the 3rd through the 5th books. I just haven't had a chance to read them, and I need to get to them soon because, like I said, this is one of my favorite books, and I want to reread it because I just loved it so much, and I just love the characters, and I love Selena. She's one of my favorite characters, and she's pretty badass. So that's number 5. Number 4 is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I actually just finished Cress, and I loved it. Cinder is one of my favorite books, and eventually down the road I'm gonna reread it. I just don't know when that is. This again is another one of those books that I bought because of BookTube, right in the beginning when I first started watching it, and I was really skeptical because it's a sci-fi book about a cyborg Cinderella, and that is just not my thing. I'm not a huge sci-fi person, although I have read quite a few sci-fi books and are interested in some, so maybe it's becoming more of my thing, but when I first picked this up it wasn't, and I am so glad I did because this is, like I said, one of my very favorite books, and I love the series. Scarlet is my least favorite of the series so far. I haven't read Winter yet, but Scarlet is my least favorite. Okay, so the 3rd book that I want to reread eventually is The Final Empire. This is the first book in the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson, and it's huge book. It took me quite a while to get through. This is the first high fantasy book that I ever read, and I picked it up because of Reagan over at Peruse Project. She raved about it, and then there's these pretty UK covers that I bought off of Book Depository, and I've only ever read this one. I haven't read the other 2. I know I really want to get into them, and I find myself when I'm reading other fantasy books, elements in those books will remind me of Final Empire, and it'll take me right back to this world, and I'll just want to get back into it. So eventually I'm going to want to reread it because Like I said, this was my first high fantasy novel, and I'm pretty sure that I probably missed many things in here. So I know like rereading it again would be like rereading it for the first time. So one day, I don't know when, but one day I would really like to get into this one. And then the final book that I would like to reread eventually is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. This follows a boy in like war-torn Iraq, and as you can see, like, look at all those tabs. They're kind of messy because it gets shoved in and out of my bookshelf, but this book, oh my gosh, it's so heart-wrenching and emotional, and you feel so many things when you read it, and there's so many things in here that I just like, I don't even know, like if you've never read one of his books, I highly recommend it. It's just, they're just really, really good. I have all of his books on my shelf actually, and this is the only one that I've ever read. I will tell you that when I did read it, it did put me in a little bit of a book hangover. It took me a while to pick up the next book, just because I knew the next book I read wasn't going to even compare to this. It's just such a powerful book, and it stays with you for a really long time. Now, I haven't read this in a few years. I actually read it with one of my girlfriends. We read it and then discussed it and tabbed up this entire book. So, yes, this is something that I definitely want to reread eventually. I don't know when. I know my heart's not ready for it, but I do know that it's like one of my all-time favorite books, and I highly, highly recommend it. You know, it will just grip you, and like I said, it's a very, very powerful book, and everyone should pick it up if they haven't. And actually, can you guys let me know, like, how are his other books? Because like this book has a sticker on it talking about the Mountains Echoed, which I haven't read it. Do they compare to this? Are they like on that same powerful, gripping, emotional level as this? Let me know. Let me know what you think. So anyway, so that's it for my Top 5 Wednesday. Let me know down below what you guys would like to reread, or if you did a video or have a blog, link it down below so I can go check it out. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!